You know, the first time I ever got a knife, yeah? The first time you get them, it's very simple. And parents need to be vigilant. You go into your kitchen drawer. Actually, tell a lie, there's no sharp knives in there. But usually, this one that's there would normally be in there. So, I always say for the use and parents, be vigilant with your kitchen knives. Make sure you're counting them. Make sure you know how many knives you have in your kitchen at any time, because that's the first place I ever got my knife. Your parents won't even clock really. Like, you use it to sort of chop up stuff. You use it to cut the meat, whatever it is. And because the kid don't just go to the and just get a knife all of a sudden. The first one they ever get, the first one they try to experiment with. Oh, sorry, my eyes hurt me, man. The first one they try to experiment with is, of course, the knives they have access to, which is the kitchen. And that's where they'll probably get their first hammers that they'll use out to go and roll with. I'm talking about normal hammers, not slang hammers for guns. And once they got a taste of that, and they start rolling with that, that's when usually now, they start doing the opposite stuff now, and they start hanging around with people who also doing that, and now that there's the Rambos and that coming, someone's like, yo, hold that, hold this, hold that. So I always tell parents, be vigilant. I watched a film the other night, and I watched it yesterday morning actually, a film called Joy. It's on a Wall of Comedy, it's a film called Joy. And it made so much sense to me, because it related to me, because you've got a lot of kids who come over to the UK, their parents are looking for a better life for them, and it's an innocent young boy. I think his name is even David in the film. He comes over to the UK.
You're with air traffic control. It can be 40 minutes at this point, so it should be touching down somewhere between 6:30 and 25 to 7. Next call from us will be with 20 minutes to go, and we will be securing the aircraft behind.
Those of you planning outdoor activities tomorrow, it will be
UK. And he's cool, he's a young kid, he's excited about coming to the UK. And then just, I want to put extract in there as well. And then what happens, the older boys from the neighborhood start seeing him, give him a nickname. His name is D-Sav now, and he starts getting a name for himself.
Jeez, my lad D-Sav. What you say, my young driller?
How do you know these boys?
They're from around here, Mom.
I don't want you hanging with those boys.
Mom, they're from around here.
No, I don't care. I don't want to see you with them.
All right.
And going on later on in the film, you'll see that he's in with the gangs, and then the sort of things that sometimes people don't clock is that, raw, you might have bucked your ops with your mum there. And lucky for him, at the time, like, they didn't try to move to him because of his mum, but they knew where he lives.
What on, man? Swear that's man.
Hey, yo, walk on. David.
How's man trying to walk on
David,
me
do
in
you
front
know
of man's
him?
mum?
You're a bad boy, yeah?
A man, fam.
David,
Alright, what do you mean,
David,
fam?
stop it.
I sticks.
I'm
I'm a
talking
bad
to
boy.
you.
Your mum can't save
You
you,
stop
you know that,
it.
innit?
My mum can't save you. David, I'm talking to you, David.
I sticks. I
Look
listen.
at me. I say look at
Come
me.
here. Come across the road.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Stop.
I swear to you, I swear
Stop
to you.
it.
Bro. Shut the fuck up.
Stop it.
Hey, when I see you, don't
I
run,
say
fam.
stop it.
They knew where he lived, and they went there and they graffitied stuff at his house. And then before you know it, a madness happens. He goes to go and try and find it, and he ends up being dead. And then his mum's left without a child. So I'm gonna put a few clips of the films in between so you guys can see it. And I just want parents to be more vigilant, because even within that scene there, the parents at one time didn't want to believe. She didn't want to believe that her son's bad. Her friend was telling her, "Oh, your son is doing he's smoking weed," and that. The woman didn't want to believe it. She's like, "No, not my son," until he...
I don't mean to intrude, but I saw David smoking weed with some boys.
No, you're mistaken. Not my David.
Joy, I practically walked past him. He saw me and he even tried to hide it.
No, talk, man. No, you know these boys, they all dress the same these days. You're mistaken, it was someone else.
Joy, honestly, it was...
I said no!
Until he got excluded from school. So, parents, it's hard. I know I always say this all the time, it's hard, but look, I don't care. Search your kids at home. Yes, you don't want the police to be searching them, but you search your kids at home. Go into their bedroom. When they go to school, lift up their mattresses. Go through their cupboards. And sometimes they might not keep stuff in their room. They might keep stuff in their younger brother's room or their younger sister's room or in their kitchen or somewhere around the garden. So search these things, search these places, because you never know.
What's what?
That.
A jacket?
It looks expensive.
Yeah, my friend bought it for me for my birthday.
You mean your birthday in September?
They all chipped in to buy it for me.
What you might find, you might think, oh no, my son's not like that. Listen, we are good liars as kids. We never tell our parents where we're going, what we're up to, and what we're doing. But more times, we're up to no good. And we're up to no good. Your parents will never know. You come back, hi mom, how are you? Can I help you with the homework? Can I help you with this? Can I help you with that? That's all the disguise, yeah? So parents also look out for the changes. Is he coming home late? Is she coming home late? Can you smell weed on them? Are they hiding stuff? Are they moving shady? Are they on the phone late when you come in? Did they hang up the phone? All those sort of things are signs you just need to start looking at as parents. But anyway.
Are you crazy? What is this? Really, David? Expelled from school? David! Knives! Are you crazy? Since when do you get involved with gangs and knives? I'm talking to you! What?
Parents. But anyway, just thought I'll share that. I definitely advise for everyone to watch this short film. It's brilliant. I really enjoyed it. And the guy name's Igor, is Congolese guy. And yeah, man, go and search it out. Go and check out the whole clip as well.
Oh, God.
And you're probably thinking, what can we really do? If my son's already started smoking weed, if my daughter's already started smoking weed, if my son's already started doing this badness, how can I stop them? Well, if my kid told me to shut up and I hit him, he hits me back. Like, as parents, I guess you're never prepared for these sort of things. Like, you never know. But I'm trying to make you prepare for these things that are going to be happening. Your child will talk back to you. How do you react? Do you hit them? You can't hit them in the UK. As Africans, we used to get beats. Nowadays, kids feel, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna go and call social services for getting beats. But we used to get beats, but did that even change us? No, it didn't change us. It didn't change us. I know the Bible says don't spare the rod, but I don't think that makes much difference. It's hard, yeah? But that's where you need to start from a young age, from, like I keep saying, from the ages 9, 10, 11, start implementing things from early, getting them to clubs, getting them into various things that by the time they get in the teen, the gang culture doesn't even seem exciting to them. It don't even seem. But for those that are in there, like, there's lots of gangs workshops, lots of crime workshops that they can do to sort of look at the consequences, get them to speak to some of the parents who are who have children who are been the victims of stabbings, or to the parents of those ones who have been birded off, spending the rest of their years in jail. Speak to those parents and get them to come and speak to your kids. Speak to the elder people, the neighbors who have changed their lives around, and say, look, this is where you're heading to. Because in the end, nobody wins. That's the thing these kids fail to understand. Nobody wins. And as being a parent is one of the hardest jobs you got in the world. So you need to have the mindset to challenge your children from a young age so they understand who has authority. And a lot of times, I hate to say it also, it's like, man, you have to be a part of your children's lives, man. You have to be there, because he might try to bad up his mum, but if you're the male figure, he can't talk to you in that way. He must know that, nah, I can't do this madness because my dad's going to get onto me. My dad's going to do this. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'll be scared of my dad. Yeah, I'll go and do certain things, but I'll come and hide it because I knew I didn't want to get beats. I knew I didn't want to get in trouble with my dad, because because my dad was a big 6'4" guy, so it would be someone that you're kind of scared to get on the wrong end of, right? However, sometimes kids do not even care. They do not even care. So how do we get to those kids who don't care? How do we challenge their behaviors, challenge their mindset? Sometimes there's tough love, you know? Sometimes you have to kick them out of the house and say, you know what? Go and fend for yourself. That could work two ways. I might say, you know what, I miss my parents, want to come back, or that can make them hard and might think they might hold resentment. There's no plain answer to it, but I'm trying to make you prepare for things that may come, so you understand what you may have to deal with, so you make preparations yourself, because there's no straight answer for it. There's different circumstances for different children and different kids and different areas, different environments. But also challenge the elders in the areas. Tell them, look, this is my young son. I beg you guys, leave him alone. Please leave my son alone. Because sometimes, whereas an older might not listen to someone or their own peers, the elders always have respect for the mothers in the neighborhood. And if you, as a mother or a father, you go, look, guys, honestly, don't let my son hang around with you. I asking you as a father, don't let my son hang around with you, please. Start putting that sort of pressure on them as well. But anyway, I wish everyone the best, man.